following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Welcome in, welcome in. It is Christmas time in Music City. We've got literally the hallmark card of areas. We have so many beautiful town squares. We have so many wonderful Christmas celebrations, and I thought I would bring you some and share with you some. But first, we're going to talk about something really important, and that is the tornadoes that hit our area. And when I say our area, I think they have confirmed 14 in Tennessee, and then with our area 15, and that's contingent Kentucky and what's going on. Blood Assurance is a great organization. Joe Dubin and Mornings on Main Street turned us on to them, and Joe did a very important interview, and we want to share what Max Weinitz is doing with Blood Assurance, and they're helping the people that were injured in the tornadoes in Mayfield, Kentucky, and Bowling Green.
All right, let's get back to the show real quick right now. Let's bringing Max Weinitz with Blood Assurance. He's going to join us right now, talk about Blood Assurance, the work they're doing. Hey, Max, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Joe. Good morning from hard-hit Bowling Green. I know you just had a guest on describing the damage. Right now, I am here on Whispering Hills Boulevard, which is just off of Russellville Road. And I know it's cliche, but it just looks like a bomb went off. And I know I'm here to talk about Blood Assurance, but if you give me a minute, I would like to pan the camera so all of your viewers can see just how catastrophic this has been. And hopefully you can hear me. This gentleman behind me just showed up to clear some of the debris of this home that is still standing. Most of it is gone. This house behind me, pretty much gone as well. And this entire neighborhood, Joe, has just been completely decimated. No more trees, just a couple still standing. Thanks for taking me off the double box. And it's horrible. I was listening earlier, hearing you guys talking about the tornado in East Nashville back in March of 2020. That doesn't compare to this. It is catastrophic, to say the least. And I'm here to talk a little bit about what Blood Assurance is here to do, and how your viewers can certainly help the folks who are struggling here in Bowling Green, Warren County, Kentucky.
Well, I know, Max, you have a news background. I mean, you were a reporter and you've covered events before like this, but you know, when you still see it again and the destruction, it just takes your breath away, and not in a good way. Yeah,
and I'm not sure if you know this or not, but prior to the job with Blood Assurance, I was an anchor here in Bowling Green at WNKY, the NBC CBS duopoly. So this really hits home for me, because this is a place that I called home for close to 3 years. It's horrible to see so many residences impacted, so many businesses as well. I know of 3 restaurants that I ate at throughout the week when I was an anchor here that are now completely gone. It's horrible. But if there's one thing I can say about this community, it may be the third largest city in Kentucky, but it has that hometown feel. It is such a tight-knit community, and folks are going to come together. They're going to rebuild and make this community even stronger than what it was.
I just see, Max, the devastation, everything, just awful. And I know I got the email almost immediately after everything kind of happened that Blood Assurance was going to be boots on the ground helping people out. What can people do today in Bowling Green to help out their friends and neighbors?
Sure. So let me go back to yesterday real quick. As you mentioned, we organized a blood drive within a couple of hours on Saturday afternoon after we heard and saw about the destruction here in Warren County. We supply 100% of blood and blood supplies to TriStar Greenview Regional Medical Center here in Bowling Green, where right now there are a lot of patients being treated for storm-related traumatic injuries. So yesterday we had a blood drive at the hospital. It was packed. We started at 9 in the morning, and there were already people lined up. I would compare it to folks trying to get into Best Buy on a Black Friday or trying to get concert tickets. It was such a heartwarming thing to see. And because it was so overwhelming, the turnout, we decided to add 2 more blood drives today here in Bowling Green. One is taking place again at TriStar Greenview Regional Medical Center from 9 to 5. And then we have another one going on in a much larger setting indoors at the gymnasium at First Baptist Church, which is a very well-known church here in the community. For your viewers and listeners in Nashville, we also added an additional drive at TriStar Skyline Medical Center, where there are there as well a number of patients from not only Tennessee but Kentucky being treated for their injuries sustained in this horrible weather event.
How do people, do they get an appointment or just show up?
At this point, because it's so close to the appointment or the start of the blood drives, we can't schedule any more appointments. So now it's just a matter of walking in, and hopefully we'll be able to accommodate everybody. And we certainly appreciate everybody's willingness to save lives. Yesterday, people were out in 30-degree temperatures, waiting in line, braving the very, very chilly weather to donate blood. And it was really, really a sight to see.
You know, again, Max, just to toot you guys' horn, I mean, it was almost the email came out after all this happened to what you guys were doing, plan and action. And I'm not going to say, I mean, do you plan for this? I mean, would you have a disaster plan when things happen to hit the ground running immediately?
Yeah, certainly. In fact, I wasn't with the company when it happened, but you mentioned the March tornado in East Nashville. Well, then it went over to Cookeville and caused the loss of lives there. And we have a donor center in Cookeville. And folks also showed up in huge numbers after that tornado to donate at our Cookeville donor center. So yes, there's a plan in place. It can be stressful because usually we plan for blood drives months in advance, but this really took a huge team effort, and it was quite successful yesterday, and I expect it to be even more successful today. And we're hoping for more blood drives here in Bowling Green, Warren County throughout the rest of the week.
I just hate it, Max, as we've talked before. There's all that critical needs been there for months now, and now an event like this happens, it's even more dire. But again, you've seen how people come together and help out. I hope again that we have this where people show up. You said it was packed yesterday. Let's keep it going as much as we can to help people out. That's the beauty of our community, Max.
Yeah, it certainly is, Joe. You hit the nail on the head. And I do want to add that in addition to, and this applies to your viewers in Tennessee. I want to add that in addition to donating blood, you have the opportunity. If you own a business, if you are a member of a congregation somewhere, you have the ability to host a blood assurance blood drive at no cost. It is free. All you have to do is go onto our website. That's bloodassurance.org. There is a tab. I think it's either Get Involved or Learn How to Donate. And you can get all the information right there about how you can set up your own blood drive. And we really need those blood drives, not just because of this tragedy here, but also, as you mentioned, the supply has been terrible because of COVID. So we need all the collections, all the donors we can get.
Well, the website again, bloodassurance.org. Everything you need is right there and perfect and good to go. Max, we'll keep spreading the good word with you guys. If you need anything, you got my number. Let me know. We'll bring you on anytime to help promote your cause. I appreciate you. I know you're busy. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks, Joe. Have a great day.
All right, Max Winitz with Blood Assurance again. Blood Assurance.
Bloodassurance.org is the website. Thank you so much to Joe Dubin. If you do not know about Mornings on Main Street, Joe is everywhere, and he is looking for the important stories, the good stories, the stories that are making a difference. And that's what we're doing here today. If you would like to do a blood drive for the tornado victims and people who were injured, or anytime during the holidays is the toughest time for blood, and they always need it. And if you want to do a blood drive, it doesn't cost you anything. It literally is the gift of life. And usually one donation will help at least 4 people. And that's how we try to help each other. Another way that we try to help is with the pets. And we have a story coming up about how Nashville Humane gathered all the forces in Middle Tennessee to go help the animals that were displaced or would be displaced, and the need that took place in Mayfield, Kentucky. But before that, we're going to share a little bit about what TPAC is doing for the holidays.
Celebrate the holidays with the iconic Peanuts characters in a Charlie Brown Christmas live on stage. Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and the gang bring everyone's favorite holiday TV special to life, featuring a heartwarming story and classic Vince Guaraldi tunes performed by a live band. December 16th to the 22nd, Tennessee Performing Arts Center. Tickets on sale now at tpac.org. Join the Peanuts in their 70th anniversary year. It's the holiday show for all ages. A Charlie Brown Christmas live on stage.
I want to go south. I want to go to Brentwood and show their Christmas tree lighting this year. It's like a Hallmark movie in Middle Tennessee, no matter which township you go to.
Hi, boys and girls. How are you? The Polar Express never slowed down. Faster and faster we ran along. There, said the conductor. Who receives the first gift? We all asked. The conductor answered, he will choose one of you. Did you all hear the bell? Oh, that's good.
This is our 23rd annual Christmas tree lighting event. What an exciting night.
This very minute, candles in the window, carols at the spinning. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. It has its sister riding a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bell, jingle bell.
All right, it's time. So Joe will count down with all of us for the lighting of the Brentwood Christmas tree. Oh my goodness. So if you're ready.
Brentwood, Tennessee, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. And we are going to be sharing a whole lot of different Christmas festivities across our mid-state, because we have 14 newspapers and we covered all the events and we're part of it. And I'm going to add a little video here, and we're going to talk about what the animals did, what the people in Middle Tennessee have done to reach out to Mayfield, Kentucky. Nashville Humane stepped up and they gathered the forces of Maury, Robertson, Williamson, and Rutherford County, pause at Rutherford County. And they all went together, and the volunteers showed up in force to go and help the animal shelters in Mayfield, Kentucky.
Johnson with Williamson County Animal Center.
I'm Jack Cooper, Director of Maury County Animal Services.
Jack and I just drove up to Kentucky today. We got a call this morning basically asking if we could help with some of the animals that were affected by the tornadoes in Kentucky over the weekend. Together between Maury County and Williamson County, we took 27 cats. And basically how that works when there's a natural disaster is that we try to empty the shelters that are affected so that they can have space to help their community. It's pretty unimaginable, honestly, what the people down there are dealing with. So if you're interested in adopting one of the cats that was part of the tornado over the weekend, I think they're going to be available on Wednesday at both Maury County and here at Williamson County. If you'd like to help those affected by the tornadoes, it's near and dear to my heart because it's my hometown. You can reach out to Mayfield Graves County Animal Shelter, and we're going to post the link there for you. They have a wish list up of things that they need, and of course I'm sure monetary donations also are very much
Fortunate here in the Nashville metro area that all of our animal shelter partners were able to work together during this natural disaster, and our neighbors to the north in Kentucky, to make sure these animals all had a good outcome.
If you would like to follow these pets to their forever home, check out all of our area shelter partners on their social media channels. We're tagging them here and hope you will follow us and see their happy adoption stories.
This year, oh, I believe you're coming back to me. I'll be your angel when the snow's coming down. The song is singing, and you're here all around. Small piece of heaven on earth in this town. It's only Christmas if you're coming around. If you're coming around, oh, oh, oh. If you're coming around, if you're coming around. Feel like Christmas every day of the year, but I can't feel it by myself. Only works if you're here. And a little bit of magic and a little faith can make every storm that's ever come just fade away. Now every front door reminds me of you, all decorated, anticipating good news. I've got one Christmas wish, top of my Christmas list, to be your angel when the snow's coming down. The song is singing, and you're here all around. Small piece of heaven on earth in this town. It's only Christmas if you're coming around. If you're coming around, oh, oh, oh. If you're coming around, if you're coming around. I don't want much this time of year. I know everyone wants to feel less alone, but just like putting on a winter coat, you could always melt away the bitter cold. I'll be your angel when the snow's coming down. The song is singing, and you're Christmas. I'll be your angel when the snow's coming down. The song is singing, and you are around. Small piece of heaven on earth in this town. It's only Christmas if you're coming around. If you're coming around, oh, oh, oh. If you're coming around, if you're coming around.
Middle Tennessee stepped up. 49 cats, 12 dogs from Mayfield, Kentucky. Most of them are up for adoption today. And we hope that if you have room in your home, in your heart, that you would be a part of this. It's exciting stuff that we are able to do this kind of thing by our shelters stepping up and doing some good things. So a big thank you to the Bissell Pet Foundation. They work with Nashville Humane, and they've been able to reduce all the adoption rates at Nashville Humane until December 19th for adult dogs and cats. There are so many people who think of Christmas is a time to give a puppy, but those adult dogs and cats, and they're even in a lot of these areas, they have a free senior to senior adoption program. What that means is if you are a senior, you can adopt a senior for free and their medical is taken care of. And so people think, well, why would they charge so much at these places? Why would the adoption fee be so high? Well, it's not that high. If you took that animal from anywhere else and you had to do all of their medical, their spays, their neuters, and all of their shots and get them all checked out, it would cost you probably double what your adoption fee is. So the cool thing is all that's taken care of when you get an animal from any of our partners, Maury County, Robertson, Williamson, Rutherford Paws, and of course Nashville Humane, who took all the initiative to kind of get everybody together and start. And a big thank you to those folks who volunteered. This afternoon, I'll be sitting down with Farmer and Adele. They've got a show coming up on Thursday night, and we're going to be sharing a little bit about them. But I thought I'd let you know a little bit about the country and Western side of Christmas. How can Western performers bring Christmas to the stage? Farmer and Adele will let you know.
Hello, Grace Adele. I don't think there's not one that we haven't played yet tonight.
Really? I know of one.
Which one is that?
The Nutcracker Suite.
Wait a minute. The Nutcracker Suite?
Mm-hmm.
Grace, isn't that one of those fancy ballettes?
But Grayson, ballet. It's a ballet, and it's the Nutcracker Suite. I really think we could do it. I really think with the Christmas spirit, we could actually play the Nutcracker Suite.
But Grace Adele, we're just 5 cowboys and a Grace Adele. How are we gonna play one of them fancy ballads?
Well, I'm starting to believe that maybe you all aren't real cowboys.
Oh, yeah, we are, Grace Adele. Sure. Come on, yeah, come on, guys.
No.
Well, then let's buck up, and we're basically nuts anyway, and let's give it a crack.
I like the sound of it. Let's get in tune like an orchestra would before they play a fancy ballet.
Fancy ballet.
I think you just gotta throw that thing out back. I always wanted to know what the sound of a accordion going into the dumpster sounded like. So you want to give it a crack, Grace?
I want to give it a crack.
All right, well, here goes nothing.
We'll be joining Farmer and Adele tomorrow on our show, so hope you'll join us. I'm Devin O'Day. Be safe and be kind. Remember, you are loved. And Farmer and Adele's Christmas show is coming up. It's Thursday night. We'll give you all the details on tomorrow's show. Have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day.
Thank you.